Will artificial intelligence replace cybersecurity jobs? In this video, I will share my insights and opinion on this contentious subject. Hi, my name is Kyser Clark. I have been in the cybersecurity field for over 6 years now, and I currently work as a full-time penetration tester. On this channel, I talk and teach cybersecurity and ethical hacking. So if that's interesting to you, do me a favor and like this video and subscribe for more hacking and cybersecurity content. With the advent of ChatGPT and other large language models, there is a large portion of people that are concerned that their jobs are going to be taken over by artificial intelligence, also known as AI. And I personally think it is a legitimate concern, seeing how useful artificial intelligence actually is, and we are actually already seeing some jobs getting replaced by AI already. I have stumbled across a few articles and a couple Reddit posts talking about this very topic in the scope of general jobs throughout the job market. Jobs such as data entry clerks, customer service representatives, people who create video captions, retail cashiers, and so many other jobs are being lost due to artificial intelligence.
Welcome to Wendy's. What would you like?
Can I have a chocolate frosty?
Which size for the chocolate frosty?
Medium.
Can I get you anything else today?
No, thank you.
Great. Please pull up to the next window.
They took our jobs! Yeah, they took our jobs!
But is AI taking cybersecurity jobs? There are elements of cybersecurity that can be automated. However, that is nothing new. We have been using automation in the industry for years, maybe even decades now. Large language models such as ChatGPT can reduce the workload of a cybersecurity professional by a lot. So cybersecurity professionals, myself included, use ChatGPT and other large language models to augment our work and to automate repetitive, boring tasks. And it actually frees up a lot of our time to focus on areas that might be of greater concern. This gives us the ability to dive deeper into security issues and actually solve new problems within the field. With that being said, there is still a ton of work that cannot be completed by AI because AI lacks the complexity and the ability to do certain tasks. So a lot of our work still can't be automated fully and 100%. And if there is any tools out there that claim they can do all the work 100% completely automated, it's either A, false, or B, subpar work. Personally, as a cybersecurity professional, I wouldn't trust a single tool that is 100% automated. I do believe automation can help you get to a certain point, but for deep level understanding, AI lacks the ability to solve complex cybersecurity problems in the modern world. Furthermore, there is a ton of different types of jobs and different types of work that can be fully automated technically. However, legally and ethically, it can be automated. And the reason why I say that is because ChatGPT and other large language models have a severe problem with privacy. So I like to use the Samsung source code leak as an example for this point. So what happened was the developers of Samsung, they were using ChatGPT to help them develop Samsung stuff. And basically the source code for Samsung was leaked out to the whole entire world because ChatGPT wasn't keeping that information private. And you might be wondering, how can that happen? Well, the way it happens is this. ChatGPT and other large language models, they take information that is submitted by users and they use that information to train on. And when they train on information, they can actually take that information that they learn from user A and accidentally give it to user B when user B asks for that information. This is closely related to the attack called prompt injection, which is where you fool a large language model or an AI chatbot to give you information that you're not allowed to see. For example, I can ask ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, can you give me the source code for X and X product? And it would give it to me. Now, it's not as simple as that, but that is a very rudimentary example. Prompt injection is a type of attack that requires a deep understanding, and it's very complex to actually get large language models to spill information, but it is possible. And it is a legitimate concern. The OWASP project actually has top 10 models for AI and machine learning. And these are guidelines on how to secure AI and machine learning, as you can see here. Because large language models pose a severe risk to privacy and confidentiality, a lot of companies ban large language models such as ChatGPT outright, where employees can't put proprietary information into these chatbots because there is such a huge risk of that information going public. Other companies will allow the use of large language models, but there is severe restrictions on the use of large language models. For example, at my company, I'm allowed to use ChatGPT. However, I am not allowed to take the client data that I'm working with and putting it in ChatGPT. So for example, if I'm on a penetration test and I have a list of vulnerabilities and I copy and paste that into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT like, hey, given this list of vulnerabilities, where should I focus my attention on? That would be a severe misuse of information because I basically told the world my client's vulnerabilities. And that's not what we want to do as ethical hackers. We don't want anybody to know what we're seeing because our client trusts us to keep what we're seeing on our terminals confidential. And I don't think the privacy and confidentiality risks with the use of large language models is going to go away anytime soon. And because that risk is always going to be there, at least in the foreseeable future, and I honestly think in the medium and even long-term future, it's going to be almost impossible to fully trust an organization like OpenAI and applications like ChatGPT to keep all our information that we're putting into that chatbot 100% private. There's always going to be a risk that whatever you put into ChatGPT and other large language models to accidentally flow to other users of that application. And because of that, there's always going to be an element to where humans have to be involved because we can't trust AI tools 100% completely. And I don't think humanity will ever reach the point of relying on AI 100% unconditionally and without worry. And because of that, I do think that we are always going to have jobs in this field, in the cybersecurity field. So in the grand scheme of things, I wouldn't worry too much about losing your job to AI. And currently, as far as I know, no one in the cybersecurity field has lost their job due to automation and AI just yet. There are a lot of elements of our jobs that are being automated, but like I said earlier, those parts of our job are the mundane, boring tasks, and it frees us up to worry about more complicated and complex issues that AI simply cannot do. And with that being said, currently at the time of this recording, we are currently in a down job market. Cybersecurity jobs aren't popping up as much as they used to as years past. However, I don't think that's due to AI at all. I believe the lack of cybersecurity jobs today is more related to the economy of today. I do believe that the economy is in a recession state. Technically, officially it's not a recession, but by the old definition of recession, we did recently go through a recession. So the economy honestly isn't in the best shape right now. And because of that, that is why cybersecurity jobs are less common than they were a handful of years ago. Furthermore, a lot of white collar jobs today are in the same predicament where there is just not that many jobs in the current job market. And like I said, I don't think AI is the root cause of that. I do believe that the current economy is the root cause of the lack of jobs in the modern job market. With that being said, I do think that cybersecurity jobs are going to increase as time goes on. I think the economy is going to eventually recover and get better with time, slowly but surely. So the lack of cybersecurity jobs is honestly really annoying right now, but I do think as we move forward, these jobs are going to start coming back and the economy is going to start growing. And as the economy starts growing and getting better, more companies are going to be asking for cybersecurity type positions. I do believe that it is safe to say that AI is not taking over cybersecurity jobs today. And I don't think they're going to be taking cybersecurity jobs in the near future. Near future being within the next 5 years. I think we are safe for at least the next 5 years and maybe even longer. But what about the long term? I do believe in the long term, we will start seeing some of the lower level cybersecurity jobs being replaced by AI. Things like junior penetration testers, SOC 1 analysts, maybe even GRC roles. However, with that being said, it is extremely difficult to predict when that might happen. It could be 10, 20, 30, 40, and maybe even 50 years before we start seeing some of these jobs being taken over by AI. So I don't think anybody can actually predict that accurately. Everybody's going to be taking a stab in the dark there's going to be some correct predictions. Obviously, someone's going to have a right prediction, but I would say it would be a lucky guess at best. So with anybody's prediction, I would say it's a stab in the dark. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try to take a guess. So let's go ahead and take a stab in the dark. So in my personal and humble opinion, I don't think that AI is going to replace cybersecurity jobs within the next 10 years. I do think there is a legitimate chance that within the next 15 years that the lower end cybersecurity jobs will be replaced by AI almost completely. And in 20 to 30 years, I do believe that there is a good chance that the mid-level positions in cybersecurity will be fully automated by artificial intelligence. And at the 30 to 50 year mark, I do believe every cybersecurity position today will be fully automated by artificial intelligence. So all of those advanced expert level jobs that exist today will be fully automated about 30 to 50 years from now. And the key word here is cybersecurity jobs that exist today. So I do firmly believe that as artificial intelligence replaces and automates jobs that exist today, there will be new jobs that open up tomorrow. We're going to need people to develop, program, update, test, and security test every single AI application that exists. And if you are a younger human being, I think the way forward is to always upskill, always learn, always get better at what you do, and always continuously learn your trade craft and learn how to use AI. Because if you don't continuously learn and you don't continuously grow your skills, you will be replaced by AI. And that's a fact of life. This is not a new thing in human history. Human jobs have been erased by technology for centuries now. And the people who refuse to learn new skills are the people who end up without jobs. So as long as you keep learning and learning how to use AI, you're going to have a job in this field for years and years to come. And as AI replaces even the advanced and expert level cybersecurity positions, 50 years from now, we're going to have even more complex cybersecurity issues that AI simply can't solve that humans will be able to solve. So there's always going to be a place for the human element. Humans have always yearned for human connection. So human connection is a part of the human experience, and without human connection, life would be very boring and dull. So I don't think society is going to go fully robots and fully AI, because humans are always going to want to connect with other human beings. That's just a fact of life. So there's always going to be jobs for humans, because humans are always going to want to talk face to face with other human beings. I couldn't imagine a world where every time I went out in public, every time I went and bought something, every time I wanted to go to a restaurant, every time I did anything out in public, I didn't talk to a single human. That would be a very depressing life. And I don't think humans are going to go in that direction. And if we start to go in that direction, I think there's going to be some significant pushback from a lot of people out there. So while there may be public facing jobs that are getting replaced by AI, I don't think it will happen 100% ever throughout the rest of human history. So in conclusion, if you are already working in the cybersecurity field, as long as you continuously learn new stuff and you continuously get better and you're learning the new exploits and vulnerabilities in cybersecurity, you're going to be okay. If you refuse to learn and you think you're going to coast to retirement, you are in deep trouble, in my opinion. You can coast to retirement if you're 10 years from retiring, but if you're 10 plus years outside of retirement, I would highly encourage you to not coast to retirement, because I don't think it's going to happen. I think you will be without a job if you refuse to upskill and learn new things. That's how technology has always worked in this field. You have to always learn new stuff, and that is nothing new. We've been saying that for a long time now. So as long as you are learning new stuff, you're going to be okay. If you refuse to learn, then you are in danger of losing your job to AI, and honestly, that's your own fault. For the people who are not in cybersecurity already, who are aspiring to be cybersecurity professionals, you also don't have anything to worry about as long as you learn the skills to get into the field. And once you get in the field, you're set as long as you keep learning. So the path forward is to learn as much as you can in as short as time as possible. And that's the same advice before AI even existed. So as long as you're learning new stuff, you're going to be okay. And I don't think we need to be hitting the panic button anytime soon. And even in the far future, there's going to be new attacks and new exploits and new ways of thinking about security that AI simply cannot solve. And as we evolve as a species, we're going to be able to solve more complex problems. And AI is going to always handle the mundane and easy tasks. And as humans evolve, the easy tasks are going to continuously get harder and harder. For example, the most complex problem today that humans are facing is going to be a mundane problem, 50 years from now. With that being said, everything I said is my opinion and my thoughts. And, I could be wrong. I could be right. I could be partially wrong. I could be partially right. So time will tell, but that's my opinion. And like I said, it's just a stab in the dark for anybody making predictions out there. But I did want to throw out my prediction since it is closely related to the subject. But, we'll see what happens. And hopefully everything goes really well. There are people out there that think the AI is going to cause the apocalypse. Could it happen? In theory, yes, it could absolutely happen. Will it happen? Time will tell. And just all we have to do is do our best as human beings, especially people in the security field, to prevent AI from grossly overtaking humanity. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm going to have more thought-provoking videos like this in the future going forward. I also do hands-on technical demonstrations. I also talk about career development and certifications, and overall everything related to cybersecurity and hacking will be on this channel. So if you're looking to break in the field or level up your existing career, you have found the right channel, and I hope to see you in future videos.